Today we're cracking open more than $1,000 of Duskmourn. Can we find some double exposure foils, some sweet Japanese showcase treatments? Let's find out. Alright, so we got 5 booster boxes to open up today. We're gonna move these over here for now. Let's start with this one. This looks like a good one. So this set's pretty interesting. So in Duskmourn, the biggest hit, there's no serialized cards. The rarest card, I believe, is Fractured Foil Japanese Showcase cards, which you can get, let's see, what's it say here? 0.3% of the time. 0.3% of the time in the final slot of a collector booster. But box number 1, this set's so sweet. I am a big fan of Duskmourn. Also, for the prices this time, some of the feedback from the last opening is prices were too high, which they are, but it's just because it's preview season. So I'm going to do my best to estimate, I think, what the actual price will be after the set's opened. So if it's not exactly the same as Card Kingdom or whatever, that is why. Trying to price in the price decrease. All right, get through all the commons and uncommons. All right, land number 1, sure. Ghostly Dances. I actually kind of like this card in a room deck. I think it'd be cool in rooms. Ooh, Ancient Cellar Spawn. There's a couple of cards from the Commander precons that might be busted in Legacy. Ancient Cellar Spawn is one of those cards, and this is one of the chase treatments, right? This is the only place to get the extended border, so might actually be kind of valuable. Velgobos Leia. Having an enchantment land is pretty neat. I want to see what some of the cool foils. Ooh, Doomsday Excruciator. That is a... It's a lot of black mana. There are a lot of black mana symbols in there. And, ooh, Zamone All Questioning foil. All right, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I mean, it's a prime open. And the copy token. I won't do that every Zamone, I promise. Well, I can't promise, but I will try not to make that joke every Zamone. I'm still making the, oh my god, it's like the Helix joke, and it's been, what, a few sets since we got that reprinted? Alright, let's zoom through these commons and uncommons. We got a lot of this card, my god. Withering Torment, maybe the best, the most played, I would say, commander card from the set. Also, more black enchantment destruction, my favorite thing. Saw, like the movie. Fear of Exposure, like A Way to Die. Diversion Specialist, Mountain, and Entity Tracker. It's kind of funny, I know my stance on the color pie might not always be consistent. For some reason, the black enchantment removal, I hate it. Blue Enchantress, though, whatever. Simone's Hypothesis, Demonic Console. This card I love. It's just so funny. It's a demonic tutor that then becomes a demonic tutor. This showcase style looks pretty good in person, I think. Leyline of Resonance. I'm pretty sure this card is broken. Turn 2 kills in standard. Here we come. And, ooh, okay. Special guest, Unholy Heat. I mean, that does look pretty nice. Why am I getting a shadow? What is possibly shadowing? What is possibly shadowing on this card? But, yeah, I mean, not the highest value special guest. Although, in general, the special guest cards, they're always valuable, right? Just because of the fact that they're scarce. So, even in Unholy Heat, which is a very good card. Although, it's kind of funny. It was a very good card during Modern Horizons 2. Now that we have Modern Horizons 3, Galvanic Discharge is the hotness for removal. All right. There's not really any super high-end commons or uncommons in this set to worry about. There's some like okay stuff that's a couple of bucks or whatever, but nothing super big. Room number 1, Roaring Furnace Steaming Sauna. This card's actually pretty sweet. No max hand size is something I like in my commander decks. Winter Cynical Opportunist, the commander precon version. The Jolly Balloon Man. What? Man, the art in this set's so creepy. It is so creepy. It's spectacularly creepy. Thornspire Verge. These lands are... Why does I gotta wait? Is that... Oh, that's part of the art. I thought that was a printing error, but no, the gray spots are part of the art. Okay, it's just part of the art. These lands are interesting. I think they're definitely good. I don't know if they're like busted. And, ooh, all right. Demonic Tutor that is the Demonic Tutor and becomes a Demonic Tutor in foil this time. I mean, if you're playing a Delirium deck, it is straight up Demonic Tutor. Getting Delirium is tricky, though. Getting Delirium is not perhaps as easy as people maybe think. if you haven't played with Delirium sets before. It takes some work. Oh, upside down pack. Hard to tell with the rooms. All right, get through. Wow, look at all those lands. Look at all those beautiful lands. Actually, speaking of lands, the common lands are pretty good for commons. They don't have a land type, but coming into play untapped a decent amount of time is pretty decent. Not bad. Emerge from the cocoon. All right. Let's see. Land and Central Elevator Promising Stairs. Very likely the first against odds card from the set. Anytime we get a win the game card, even if it requires 8 rooms on the battlefield, I am down to take the challenge. Demolisher Spawn. Unstoppable Slasher. These do kind of look like a cheesy 80s movie, don't they? The showcase treatment does kind of pull it off. Enduring Tenacity. Probably the strongest part of the set. One of the strongest parts, definitely in the Enduring cycle. And the black one's pretty good. You need the right deck for it. And a Twitching Dowel. Twitching Dowel, not the best though, but there's going to be a lot of these because this is like, what, a bundle promo or something? It's one of the promos for this set, so would be surprised, even though Twitching Dowel is not bad, I'd be surprised if it actually had that much value because there's just going to be a million copies out there. All right. We're not quite halfway through the box. So far, no super big hits. Bunch of commons and uncommons. Dashing Bloodsucker, Haunted Screen. I do love the flavor of this card. The like turning the black and white TV into the real TV. It's just like such a neat design. Not like a super powerful card, but Leyline Mutation. Probably the weakest of the new Leylands, I would say. Deluge of Doom. Some Delirium sweeping. Overlord of the Boiler Biggles. Our new Inferno Titan, non-foil. Wait, did I skip a card? I feel like I skipped a card. Hey, Abhorrent Oculus. This card. I feel like it's a trap. I feel like it's actually going to be too hard to get 6 cards in your graveyard to cast it early. But if you can, it's obviously absurd, right? If you're a self-mill deck that can pull it off, it is ridiculous. Thorns by your Verge, foil, and... oh, that's the end of it. All right, so far, nothing, no Japanese cards. Those are the big hitters. Japanese Showcase, Fractured Foil. Basically, it's kind of funny. Even though there's not always serialized cards, there are cards that are similar to serialized cards. Sorry, red comment. Yeah, my bad. Boiler Biggles Ripper. Unwanted remake. Schwamp. The basics do look pretty good in this set. If you like horror-y stuff, like, look at that creepy spider, moth, Velvagoth. Speaking of Velvagoth, we found his lair. Shriekwood Devourer. Chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one of my favorite horror movies. He's doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. Why do I keep skipping cards? Toby. Beastie Befriender. Little nerd boy. And Marina Vendrell. Man, the art's just like... it's really cool. Like how it's laid over itself. It just looks, it's almost like, it's not exactly, but it reminds me of like those old holograms in the 90s. If you remember those 90s cards with the holograms where if you shift them in the right angle, the picture changes. It almost looks like that, which is kind of cool. So far this box kind of feels like a bit of a dud to me. But that could change at any moment. Well, not when we're going through commons, but once we get through the commons, it could change at any moment. Forest. Overlord of the Mistmoors. Our new white Grave Titan. Gleeful Arsonist, our commander card from the side. What does this do? Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, deals damage equal to its power to that player. Oh, and it has Undying. Okay. Okay, kind of a cute little hate card, I guess. The Swarm Weaver. Ooh, my favorite room, Fractured Realm, Mirror Room. I mean, it's like a super Panharmonicon. It is 7 mana, so it's a lot to get going, but once you get it going, Head Shredder. Ooh, this card is absurd. This card, ooh, is that like a textured foil? No, that's just what the card looks like. It is foil, though. This card is one of the most ridiculous ramp spells. Just ramping any land that you mill is just a ridiculous ability. Like, I almost cannot believe that ability exists on a Magic card. It seems so over the top. All right, what do we have? Say my name. Some Breaking Bad action. There are some good... tropey card names in this set. Popular Egotist Island and Unidentified Hovership. Our UFO. These vehicles are going to make a lot more sense once we get to the Death Ray set. Maybe the worst rare in the set, I think, Omnibus Trap. But remember the next set, not Foundations, but the next actual set, RIP, is a Death Race planner set, the Mind Skinner. Might have to send this one to Krim. He's obsessed. Krim loves Mill, and he loves this card. I don't even know what this art is. Where's the Mind? Is this the Mind Skinner? I guess that's the Mind Skinner. It is a cool card. There are some neat synergies with it. I'm more excited about trying to like prevent the damage from being prevented or whatever than milling people out with it. I don't know. Maybe in standard it could be fun to mill people out. It seems very challenging to get enough attacks to mill out a commander table though. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 packs counting this one left to go. Terramorphic Expanse. Why did they bring back Terramorphic Expanse? Also Cynical Owner. Good uncommon. Fear of Abduction. Let's play a game. Lots of Saw references. Enduring Courage. I think this is maybe the least valuable of the enduring creatures. The Master of Keys, one of the backup commanders. Kind of a cool card. Being able to escape all the enchantments in your graveyard is pretty sweet. Split Up. This card's very intriguing. I don't know if it's good or not, but 3-mana Wrath, even with some hoops to jump through. Double Enduring Courage pack? Really? Really? Give us a good... and another Leyline of Mutation. Leyline of Mutation might have value, just because people like their lazy color fixing, but as far as I'm concerned, out of all the Leylines in this set, it's the one I am least hyped for. I think it's the least exciting of all the new Leylines. Well, let's see what we have here. Manifest Dread, which... Manifest Dread, very, very well done, Wizard. They did the thing. They said the name of the movie in the movie. Planes. Reluctant. The humans in this set, I swear. They all look like they're in a... Is this... Oh, this is the Lurking Evil one. You can see the monster back there. So some of these cards have two arts. One with without the monster, one with the monster. The monster version is rarer. I don't know if it's actually going to matter with a card like this, but this is the one we want to open. If we're going to open one, got to get that monster back there. The humans just don't look scared enough for me. They should be, like, freaking out. They're in an infinite house of horrors. An infinite house of horrors... This reminds me, if you ever seen Would You Rather, for some reason, if you go to Netflix, you don't even got to watch the movie, it's a horror movie, but if you go to Netflix and just see like the case or the art, the thumbnail art for Would You Rather, every time I see this card, I think of Would You Rather, and what do we get here? Dazzling Theater / Prop Room. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. Untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step. Wow, that's only 3 mana. That's actually kind of wild. That's actually really good. And a Kaido emblem. All right, well, we have two more chances. So far, no Japanese cards. No Japanese cards at all. One special guest. No double exposure mythics, I don't believe. All right. Let's get through these commons and uncommons. Glimmer Seeker could see some play. Attack in the box. Hauntwood Shrieker in foil. Is this card good? The upside's huge, but it's still 3 mana 3/3. The Lord of Pain. Seems like a very annoying commander to play against. So many Leyline mutations. My god. My god. Good thing we got more boxes to go through. Flood Farm Verge, and, oh man, the worst Ominous Trap. The card, like, it just, yes, if you have Delirium, it can be powerful, but that's asking a lot. If 3 mana vanilla 2/4, if you don't have a Delirium, is just not enough. We need more. All right, let's see what we got in our last pack of box number 1 of 5. Balustrade Worm. I mean, can't be countered. Trample Haste, 5 mana 5/5, not the worst. Seance Board. This card actually seems powerful to me. Get a counter on an end step, each end step, as long as the creature died, and then tap to make mana equal to the number of counters, but can only cast it on, spend it on instant sorceries, demons, and spirits. So you gotta be a deck that has one of those things. Taiva, one of the, I believe, more expensive cards in the set. I guess very scary in an elf commander deck. Like, the pump ability, even without trample, kind of ridiculous. It looks really nice in the frame, too. Oh my god. Victor, and yes! Oh my goodness. There we go. That is it fractured foil? I think it's normal foil. Apparently you can get these in fractured foil, or a normal foil. I think this is normal foil, but this is one of the super rare. We might only get one of these out of all of our boxes. The black enduring creature. I don't know its name because it's in Japanese. I don't remember its name, but yes, Japanese showcase. They said on their website you get these what? Japanese showcase 0.3% of the time. No, that's fractured. Is this fractured foil? I don't know. Maybe is it? No, I don't think so. It looks like, I think it's normal. I think it's normal foil. I'm pretty sure it's just normal foil. But still, I mean, that is a super good hit. I feel like, I don't know, on to box number 2, I feel like the fractured foil would jump out more. So I'm guessing that means it's not fractured foil. I hope that's what that means. All right, box number 2. $240-ish into this opening. Well, here we go. Pack 1, box 2. Let's get some more Japanese cards. I want to see one that is definitely, I want to see double exposure foil, and I want to see fractured foil. Oh, we're going backwards, I see. Cruise through these commons and uncommons. Gremlin Tamer. Who tames a gremlin? We get Roaring Furnace, Steaming Sauna. Second one of those. A Redress Fate. A little miraculous way to reanimate your artifacts and enchantments. Nico, Light Soap. I kind of like Nico. I think Nico might actually be decent. Making a couple shards. You can't say no to the shards. Winner, I think, is miserable. I think that's gonna be an unfun commander, but wait, is that? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh my, oh my. I don't even know what that card is, but that's good, right? Oh, it's the, oh, another one. Wow. That's the black mythic Overlord. But wow, look at how awesome that card looks. I will say that doesn't really look like a Magic card. It looks like a card from another game, but my goodness, does that look sweet. Whoa, okay. So after opening nothing for a long time, we're hitting the goodies now. We are hitting the goodies now. Hitting the goodies. Yeah, that's... I actually think the Black Overlord is one of the best Overlords for Standard. I don't think it has a ton of... Come on, pack. I don't think it has a ton of Commander potential, really. It's, like, okay. But I think it's a really good Standard card. That card can grind. It can grind. And, I mean... Actually, it can do anything, unless you can read Japanese, but I can't, so you could tell me this did whatever, and I'd be like, sure. That's the upside of the showcase treatment. Ghostly Dancers, Into the Pit, Leyline of the Void. Always good to have Leyline of the Void back. Another Fractured Realm. I'll take all those. I'll take all the Panharmonicons. And Mind Skinner. Okay, we can show... Ooh, I was wondering what Everywhere land looks like. That might actually be valuable. Like, so tokens, we've talked about this before. Tokens have rarity, right? So they go by the rarity of the card that they're attached to. So like a Thopter token, super common, because usually a ton of lower rarity cards end up making them. The Everywhere land is made by a single mythic rare. Those are the kind of tokens that can end up being kind of pricey eventually, just because they're going to be very rare. In fact, another Withering Torment. This card, if you open boxes, pull them out, like, it's going to be in every black deck in Commander. It's going to be worth something. Unstoppable Slasher, if you ever want to make your opponent lose half their life, round it up. Phenomenon Investigators. Balustrade Worm. So many Mind Skinners, my god. And a Rushwood Verge. Sweet. We've opened a lot of Mind Skinners, and I feel like a lot of the green ley lines. So many. All right, on to pack number 5, maybe? Might be 5. I don't know. Fear of Lost Teeth. I didn't know that Fear of Lost Teeth was a real fear, but apparently that is something people are actually afraid of. Losing those teeth. Wow, another Fractured Realm. Okay, like, I know I was complaining about opening a lot of some cards, but we can keep opening these, Watsy. That's fine. We'll keep opening the Panharmonicons. Suspended Sentence. And Marina Vinderal's Grimoire, maybe the most fun card in the set. You can draw a lot of cards with this on the battlefield. You might die as a result, but you can draw a lot of cards. Lecture Hall, Restricted Office, and Overlord of the Hauntwoods in a primo, the Indivisible. But Overlord of the Hauntwoods to go with our Everywhere land. Sadly, not Japanese showcase, but still, that's a hit. I feel like Overlord at a minimum, really good standard card, right? It's gotta be a good standard card. It ramps. It's Topiary Stomper. Plus, 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 plus. And it's cool. All right. Next back. Acrobatic Cheerleader. I'm telling you, the humans, it's like, my biggest criticism of this set is the human characters in the set. They feel like a bunch of people at a ley line of mutation again. They came in through the pips, the pipes. They came in through the pipes. Ghost Vacuum. I do like Ghost Vacuum a lot. Enduring Vitality, some Cryptolith Rights action, and Entity Tracker. See, like, look at Entity Tracker. Look at the cheerleader. Look at the nerd guy we opened earlier. Like, they all look like they're just at a high school party having a good time. They seem like if you're in with all these demons and these wild monsters and these like undead shredders and so forth, I feel like you should be, little camera adjustment there. I feel like you should be a little more scared looking, right? Shouldn't you be a little more freaked out? They're all just like, doo-doo-doo. Life is good. Monsters everywhere. Enduring Tenacity. That was the card we opened, whose name I couldn't remember. Velgavoth, Harrower of Souls. Velgavoth from the Commander Precon. Monotone. Ooh, another Overlord of the Hallwoods. Keep giving us those mythics. That's some good value. And Promising Stairs for the Against the Odds deck. And oh my, I mean, Leyline of Mutation better be worth something. We have opened so many Leyline of Mutations. Too many Leyline of Mutations. That is infinite mutations. That's like number 4 or something. We've opened so many. Promising Stairs. We opened a lot of, wow, what, they kind of weird running. Formless Genesis, some new Changeling Sorcery, spicy. Wonder if that goes in Tomer's Changeling deck. Marvin Murderous Mimic. I love this card. This is one of the most blatant combo pieces Wizards has ever made. It's just like, please combo with me. Please combo with me very creepily. Razor Current Needle Thread. Yep. Would you rather? Dot card. Silent Hole Creepa. Creeping silently through Toy Token. Also creepy. Slinking silently through the hall. As its name suggests. We have what? 4 more? 5 more packs? All right, let's get another Japanese. I want a Fractured Foil, actually. I'm pretty sure the Fractured Foil would be more interesting. Like I think it would pop out more. I think we would know if it was actually the Fractured Foil. I don't think we'd be guessing. Ooh, that's some value. Miug Massacre 2, the sequel. Sequel is never as good as the original, but still one of the more valuable cards in the set. This is going to show up in a lot of Commander decks, I think. Demonic Covenant, Waltz of Rage. Pretty sure this card's just straight up bad. Leyline of Transformation, well, at least it's off the green Leyline, and Balustrade Worm. All right, sure. Manifest Token. Yep. Look at that pile of cards. People always say that I don't pile my cards neatly enough in these openings. So I think my plan this time is just keep going up. It's going to be one pile. One pile up to the ceiling. And then what can you say, YouTube? You can't criticize that for being messy, now can you? Until it all falls over. Say its name. Say its name. Yes. Velgavoth Slayer. Star Athlete. Run away from some demons. Zamone, the all questioning. Gloom Lake Verge. And the Swarm Weaver. I mean, the Swarm Weaver is a fine card. It is not a especially valuable card, but it makes a bunch of bodies. If you got insects, it gets even better. It's reasonable. A reasonable Magic the Gathering card. Moira. That might be my favorite murder art, actually. What is he doing? Screaming? Razor can only have one hobby, which I'm guessing is pinging you for 1 whenever you draw a card. A restricted office, lecture hall. Velgavoth, the little one. Cursed recording. Look at that ghost coming out of the TV. I skipped a card. Enduring Curiosity. Enduring Curiosity is good. Some card draw. Screaming Nemesis. I think this card's actually pretty valuable too. I like this card. It's a kind of a Stuffy Doll effect. I'm excited to have potentially a good Stuffy Doll effect in Standard for the first time in quite a minute. When was the last good one? Boros Reckoner? That was like a decade ago. I might be forgetting one. Manifest Dread. Doing the thing, saying the card name in the card. Omnivorous Flytrap. Soaring Lightbringer. Other enchantment creatures you control. Flying. Whenever you take a player, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature token that's tapped and tapped. Okay, whatever. Sure. I mean, I guess if you're playing a bunch of enchantment creatures, it snowballs with itself. Entity Tracker. Our blue Enchantress. Dazzling Theater Prop Room. Our Convoke Room. And, ooh, Nico. Nico. No Velvet Underground, but still reasonable. The art's pretty good. I do like this treatment. The holographic treatment is pretty sweet. If you close the door, the night will last forever. Feel the sun shine out and say hello to never. Some Nico, in case you're not a Velvet Underground fan. If you're not, you should listen and learn the history of indie music. Cursed recording. Disorienting choice. Reluctant role model. Someone said this looks like Crim, but the hair's not blue enough. Nashi, Siege Searcher in the Dark, and Unstoppable Slasher. Well, that's box number 2. So it seems like we're getting about one Japanese card per box so far. But so I was looking at the stats again. Oh my god, I gotta stop hitting my camera. I was looking at the stats again. So according to Wizards, the Japanese showcase treatment, in Japanese, you get 3% of the time. However, the fractured foil Japanese showcase treatment, you get 0.3% of the time, which I think is actually relatively close to like a serialized card. And our pile's still doing well here. Look at that. Doing good. Look how neat this is. Pack 1, box 3. Let's get a fractured foil. I just want a fractured foil. I just want to see what they look like in person. That's not too much to ask, is it? Or double exposure mythic rare. I think we might. Oh, it wasn't textured though. I don't know. There's so many kinds of foiling now. It's hard to keep track of the different kinds. We might have opened one of those. That might have been like the cool looking Nico. Demonic Console. Some more demonic tutoring. Demonic Covenant, which, haha, how about this? Oh my god, I gotta stop hitting my camera. How about this? This is an enchantment. This says, search your library for a demon card reveal and put it in your hand. Demonic Covenant is a demon enchantment, so technically a legal tutor target for your demonic console, since it's a kindred enchantment. Wow, it's the demon pack. Velgavoth. I think this is one of the more expensive cards in the set, too. Wow, we're going to have to build a demon deck. Can we get another demon? Oh, well, okay. Leyline of Transformation, that can turn everything into a demon. Also could go on the deck. And Enduring Tenacity, Snake Glimmer. So close. Well, that was still kind of an insane pack. That Velgavoth's a good one. Yes, not Japanese, but still off to a good start for box number 3 of 5. Well, let's crack open this pack, see what we can find. Why is Say Its Name always the first card in these packs? I feel like it's the third time that's happened, and there's a lot of commons. So odds of that are kind of low. Come Back Wrong, kind of a cute removal spell. I don't know if it's actually good. If you blow up a creature with ETB, getting a temporary copy is nice. Soaring Lightbringer, again. Kona, Rescue Beastie. I'm pretty sure this card is busted. I'm pretty sure you just play this as your commander and drop an Eldrazi on turn 3. I could even show up in Modern, I think. Promising Stairs. Wizards really wants us. I think we have a whole playset for that against the odds deck. And Come Back Wrong. The creepy version. And another Primo. Primo, the Indivisible. Every set's an unset. Every set is an unset. The thing is, when I say every set's an unset, I kind of like it. Sometimes it comes across a little cringy, but another Withering Torment. Rip. God, I hate that card. I hate it, but I will play it in all my black decks. Leyline of the Void. Star Athlete. A Entity Tracker. Lots of those. Leyline of Hope. I think that's our first white Leyline. And Overlord of the Mistboards. Extended Foil. I wonder how good that card will. I feel like the Overlord cycle in general They're all priced to be pretty good. I think the green one's good. The black one's good. The white one's a lot of mana, but it's good. The blue one is the one it's still good, though. They're all just good. They're all good. That's a very good cycle. I guess I did not find the bad one. The red one's fine. I guess they're just good cards. Another haunted screen. And what do we get here? Rip Spawn Hunter. Does not exile the graveyard, sadly. Disorienting Choice. Ghostly Dances. I like the Unlock a Room ability. I think there could be some... Ooh, Kaido. First Kaido. Kaido looking at Snarky there. I think this Kaido should be good somewhere. Being able to ninjutsu it's super powerful. Getting it down for 3 mana, start embleming or drawing cards. And last card. Gloom Lake Verge. What do you think of the Verge lands? What do you think of the Verge lands? I'm curious. Like, where would you rank them compared to other lands? I feel like they gotta be behind, like, the Fetch Shock tier, like the S tier best lands of all time. I feel like they're solid, though. They're better than, like, the Buddy lands or Check lands. They seem like the upgraded 2024 edition of those, kind of. A Tale of Tamiyo. The Tale of Tamiyo. Saga is probably the best thing Wizards has done in Magic in like a few years. At least one of them. Nashi, Winter, Gloomlake Verge, and Marina Vendrell's Grimoire. We're definitely going to build a deck around Marina Vendrell's Grimoire. Will we win with a deck with Marina Vendrell's Grimoire? That's another question. Perhaps no, but that deck's getting built. There's no doubt about it. It's happening. It's happening. All right, half of a box to go for box number 3. Nowhere to Run. Nowhere to Run's a cool card. I like the hate for Hexproof and Ward. I'm glad that they're giving us answers to that. Creepy Island. The Roller Crusher Ride. For having such a cool name and pretty sweet art, I think the card's actually kind of bad. It's too much mana. This card, so if you talk to Legacy players, when I saw the thing that drains whenever you cast Force Well, I thought that was busted. From talking to Legacy players, though, apparently Metamorphosis Fanatic is kind of insane. Like, really, really good. Like, perhaps, maybe, like, arguably, bannably good? Obviously, it's silly to say that before cards even existed, especially for a format like Legacy. But, Miracle It for 2 mana, reanimate something, and get a 4/4 lifelinker is kind of insane in Legacy. Because in Legacy, you got all the brainstorms and stuff. Head Shredder. Another busted card. A Grievous Wound. I'm curious how good you think this card is. I keep going back and forth. This card's either insane and it's like a combo piece, or it is unplayable. Leyline of Resonance. I'm very confident this card's going to be busted somewhere. Just doubling up all your pump spells seems absolutely wild. Especially, we're already in a standard where people are playing Monstrous Rages and Heartfire Heroes, and like those cards are already... It's not like you have to build a janky deck around it. You can just play it in an already really good deck. Little toy token. Fear of Surveillance. I mean, that's a legit fear. Thanks, 9/11. The Wandering Rescuer. I feel like Wandering... Ooh, look at the mana symbol in there. That's actually pretty sweet. Wandering Rescuer. Pretty good card. I mean, a potentially free 3/4 double striker that protects your team thanks to Evoke is... Whew, a lot of stats. Gleeful Arsonist. Overlord of the Flood Pits. I feel like Overlord of the Flood Pits might be the weakest of the cycle. And even that, I think, it's still fine. Like, Impending for 3 mana... Draw 2, discard a card. It's still fine. But I think it might be a little worse than the other ones. Another Prop Room. We've opened a few of those. And... Wow, okay. The old double Prop Room pack. Well, I guess we're going to have to convoke some creatures, apparently. Gonna have to do a little convoking, perhaps. Well, alright. Next pack. We haven't got a Japanese card this pack. Or this box. We're running slow with our... Japanese. I want that Fractured Foil. I want the Fractured Foil. Fractured Foil Japanese Showcase. Oops. Nah, we don't want that card anyway. Bloodmire Verge. Curator Beastie. unidentified hover ship. The fact that this gives back a face down 2/2 rather than one it exiles, pretty sure it makes the UFO a good card. Plus, as I mentioned before, Death Ray set incoming, Marina Vinrel with a butterfly face, and Roller Crush. Oh, that's such a cool treatment. That's such a cool treatment. Unfortunately, it's on the Roller Coaster ride. I think that Roller Coaster ride was supposed to be like almost like a red Meat Hook Massacre, but it's just 1 mana too many, I think, to really see much play. Maybe you can see Commander play. That's possible. That's always the cop-out, right? Oh, good in Commander. Turn Inside Out. We're shouting out as another really good pump spell. +3/+0 for 1, and when the creature dies, you get to Manifest Red. I expect that'll be played with the red ley line in Standard. Hushwood Verge. Persistent Constrictor. Come Back Wrong. Would you rather? Razorkin Needlehead and Vel'Gavoth Lair. We're running out of time. 3 packs left. If we're gonna get our Japanese showcase card in this box, we're gonna have to open it quick. Only 3 packs to go. All right. Come on. Something big. Fractured Foil. Fear of Burning Alive. Honestly, I would rank Fear of Burning Alive behind Drowning. I think for me, number 1, Drowning I think would be the worst. I don't know why. I think I do know why. Good in Prosper. Warp Spaces. Oh wait, is that like a fractured? Oh, that's a Fractured Foil. Haha, we did it. Or is that just the art? That's got to be Fractured Foil. I think is that a Fractured Foil? Look at how the white lines in there. Or is that just a normal foil and that's what the art looks like? This set's so confusing. I don't even know anymore. I would say, yeah, I saw a movie when I was a little kid about a submarine. I think at my grandmother's house, I'm pretty sure. About a submarine that, like, I don't know, it was World War II or something. But for some reason, their submarine got sank. And they were, like, stuck on the bottom of the ocean. And I was like, oh, man, I never want to drown. Let's try to avoid that one. Burning Alive would also, I'm sure, suck. Fear of Lost Teeth, that one hasn't really impacted me much. Swarm Weaver. Funeral Room, Awakening Hall. Pretty good room. Room of Blood Artist and Mass Reanimation. And Kona Rescue Beastie. Pretty good. Wait, wow. This style is super cool. Like, look at how those pink teeth, somehow, it's like the mouth is over the characters. Oh, it's so good. I really like that treatment. That treatment's just so wild. We've never had anything like that in Magic before, and it really fits the creepy theme. Well, last pack. If we are going to get our Japanese showcase card in Fractured Foil this time, out of this box, it's going to have to come out of this pack. And, well, let's see. If it's going to be here, what is this? Fear of Immobility. Yeah, I guess that would kind of suck. B tier fear of Isolation. Oh, nah, that one doesn't really bother me. That's like F tier for me as far as fears. Ethereal Armor, good reprint. I mean, I'm at home playing Magic by myself most of the time, so that doesn't bother me. Head Shredder. Glitch Interpreter. I don't know how you interpret a glitch. Ominous Fire Trap. Not great. Enduring Courage. Fine. And, well, okay, Head Shredder. We'll take a foil showcase Head Shredder. Not an insane card, not a Japanese showcase card, but we'll take it. Our pile's still making it. All right, we got 2 more boxes. 2 more boxes to go. Oops, and I hit the camera again. Every time hitting the camera. All right, so there's this box, and then there's this unopened box that we're gonna set here. That's the big winner, the grand finale, so to speak. 24 more packs, 24 more shots. So if we have a 0.3 chance of opening a Japanese showcase Fractured Foil, what are odds of hitting it in these packs? Not good, right? Not very great. Not ideal. But you never know. Say its name. You never know. That's the fun of opening packs. Fear of Infinity. I find Infinity the opposite of Fearful. I like the idea of Infinity. Marvin Murderous Mimic. Suspended Sentence. Maynard Venrel. Another prop. So many. I think Prop Room and a Chainsaw. That always reminds me of the last scene of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where he's kind of like swinging the chainsaw around his head. So good. So good. One of my favorite horror movies. The thing that makes the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre so good is it's creepy even in the non-creepy parts. Just like the characters are so jarring and just like weird that they can like be riding in a van having a normal conversation and they just creep you out, which that makes for a great horror movie. Reluctant role model, see the monsters. The monster's gone. Our first one we had the monster. This one, the monster is missing. Convert to slime. Overlord of the Flood Pits, Blue Overlord. Enduring Innocence, very good card. Our new welcoming vampire that comes back as an enchantment, and ooh, Nashi. Nashi. I like that Nashi gives us a Demure Enchantress commander. We've never really had Demure Enchantress as like a super supported theme. So I like that that's a thing that exists now. Well, let's see what we get in here. Fear Surveillance. Withering Torment. They even gave it a showcase treatment. Not only did they print Black Enchantment Destruction again, they gave it the showcase treatment. Peer Past the Veil. First one we've opened, but that's okay. That's not a very valuable card. Zamone's Hypothesis. Unidentified Hovership, the UFO. Razor Cornita. We've got so many of these. So many of the Would You Rathers. And, ooh, Hauntwood Shrieker. That's also a cool treatment. That also looks like an old horror movie. The reflection of the monster coming over the scared face. Those cards. I wish there was more of that in the main set. I guess maybe you just can't, like... Maybe you can't do that for all the art. Maybe it's too much. But that's a human that looks scared. Like, that's not some high school kid going to a kegger. That's someone who's in a house of horrors, and they're about to get it. So I kind of wish there was more. I don't know. I wish the humans looked more frightened of their peril. Because they are in a pretty sketchy situation. It seems like. Gloomlake Verge and Ancient Cellar Spawn, Legacy Potential, Come Back Wrong, a Swarmweaver, and Unidentified Hovership in foil this time. Oh no, I might have to start a new pile. This pile's getting too high. I don't know if we can fit another box and a half on there. If this all falls over, y'all are gonna... I'm trying to solve the problem of my messy openings by making this nice neat stack. However, if it all falls over in the video, it defeats the entire thing. The Return of Norrin. This is one of those monster cards. I think the monster is like right up in the top left, but I don't see it there, so I don't think it's a monster version. Marina Vinrell's Grimoire. Barb Flare Goblin. Split Up. Funeral Room, Awakening Hall, and Enduring Courage. So what do you think of Duskmourn? What do you think of the set so far? What do you think of the theme? How do you think they pulled off the modern horror theme? I will say, like, B+. I'll give them a B+. And it's a weird thing to grade because I would say that the monsters in the set are like A+ to S tier. Entity Tracker, Shriekwood Devourer, Omnivorous Flytrap, another Enduring Courage, and wow, so many Razor. I swear there's other of these treatments other than Razorwood Needlehead. We just always get the Needlehead. The grade's kind of funny though, because I would say that the monsters in the set, the artwork, the flavor, the designs, like A+ to S tier, like really, really good. But then, as I said before, for me the humans are like C-. Like the humans just they don't intrigue me. I don't really like their look. Arabella. For Uncommon Legends, Arabella's actually kind of scary. Play a bunch of small creatures and just burn someone out of the game. Could even see some standard play. Fear of Falling. Honestly, as we were talking about fears, there was one I didn't mention because I'm so afraid of it I can't even talk about it. Which is not exactly true. But biggest fear is actually Fear Fights. My god. For some reason, plays my Verge and... Ooh, Victor. This is one of my favorite treatments. Just the way the art looks on these double exposure cards is so cool. It's so cool. They should do more double exposures, Wizards. Do more double exposures because they look really sweet. But yeah, Fear of Falling. By far my biggest fear. And that one, I have no idea why I know I'm afraid of drowning because that movie I watched when I was a little kid. Not sure why I'm afraid of falling, though. As far as I know, I don't know. Maybe I was dropped on the head as a baby or something. You don't know about it. Hey, our friend, Razorkin Needlehead. Kind of looks like a Rob Zombie Wasn't there a Needlehead in a Rob Zombie horror movie? The Lord of Pain, also pretty creepy. Vel'Gavas Onslaught. Ooh, oh my god, something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Leyline of the Mutation and... Oh! That's it. That's it. That's it. It's not Japanese, but that's... Okay, so you will know if you open a Fractured Foil. The Fractured Foil, it pops. That is Overlord of Valemurk. Fractured Foil. Wow, look at how cool that card looks. Wow, look at you can see the foil like throwing light up into the air. It's so shiny. Do you see those beams of light like shooting up? I've never seen a Magic card do that before. I think you could light an ant on fire with this in the sun like a magnifying glass. Wow. That looks so cool. All right, yeah, we finally got one. I didn't think we were gonna get one. I was afraid it's not Japanese. It's probably too much to hope that we get a Japanese one before we run out of boxes here, which is gonna happen kind of soon. But yes, okay. So, well, now we know the Fractured Foil, Fear of Being Hunted. That'd be kind of fun. Grievous Wound. We know it's definitely gonna pop. Fear of Sleep Paralysis. I think I had that once. Tyvar, the Pummeler. Victor, and Reluctant Role Model. I'm gonna try to do some surviving in the haunted house there. Reluctant Role Model. Also, like, horror seems like a tough theme to pull off in Magic, because I feel like when I think of horror movies, I think of most people dying. That's kind of the whole way they work. And it seems that Wizards doesn't like Fear of Failed Tests. That I haven't been in college in so long, and occasionally I'll still have a dream that I like didn't go to this last test and failed college because of it. Overlord of the Flood Pits. Urine Monstrosity. Vel'Gavas Lair. Roaring Furnace, Steaming Sauna, and... Ooh, Maddening Hex. Okay, another special guest. Maddening Hex I'm intrigued by having on Arena. This card's seen some legacy play. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, roll a d6, and then they take that much damage. I mean, technically, it does it to an opponent at random, but if you only have one opponent, it's always going to hit them in a 1v1 format. Well, 2 more packs, and then 1 more box to go. I mean, the only thing that could get better is a Japanese Fractured Foil. That would be the cherry on top, if we can get one of those. But even the odds of just opening this Fractured Foil in English, 0.7 of packs will have one, which is not a very high number. Downmaker Shop, Porcelain Gallery, Giggling Skitter Spike. This card is so creepy. It looks like Toy Story. Isn't that the toy from Toy Story? I didn't realize Toy Story was a horror movie, but now that I think about it, I guess it kind of is. Leyline of Residence, Silent Hallkeeper, and Wandering Rescuer. Double exposure treatment is so good. If you're watching this, Wizards, do more double exposures and do more of these. I know it might not look like a Magic card. It looks like, I don't know, Digimon or like some other TCG, but you should make more of them because they look really cool. All right, last pack of the box. Last pack of box number 4. Let's see what we can find. Marina Vinra. Ooh, wait. Oh my god, I think I messed it up. Winter. I think I saw some Japanese back there. Demonic Console. Our Demonic Tutor. The Jolly Balloon Man. And... not fractured. It's not fractured. But that is a Japanese Enduring Curiosity, I believe. Looks like Pikachu. Is that a Pikachu? Do we actually are we actually Pokemon now? We might be Pokemon now. All right. Well, I mean, is that the third time that we've managed to hit a Japanese card in the very last pack of the box? I feel like it is. All right, 1 box to go. So all we're missing for this to be the dream is Japanese. If we could mash these 2 cards together, and have Japanese Fractured Foil, then we're good. That's the last thing. We have 12 packs to do it. The math does not suggest it'll happen, but you never know. All right, let's see what we get here. Get through these commons and uncommons. Arabella. Stay hidden, stay silent. I wish more people in horror movies knew to do this. I feel like most people in horror movies die because they're Not very smart. Overlord of the Mistmoors. And just don't do, they do the obvious, like, the thing that'll get you killed. Balustrade Worm. Enduring Vitality, and... my god, how have we got Would You Rather so many times? This Razorkin Needlehead. The good news is, because of its ability to combo in Commander, and because people sometimes like punishing card draw, it's actually pretty valuable for a rare. So even though it's awkward that we keep opening the same card over and over, at least it's a card that has some value. That helps. Tunnel Hate. Oh, Tunnel of Hate. I was like, who hates tunnels? It's a weird thing to hate. What went on in your life that you ended up hating tunnels? Enduring Curiosity, Glitch Interpreter, Minority Round Riles Grimoire, Hushwood Verge, and Peer Past the Veil. Pretty sure that's just a bulk rare. 4 mana, discard your hand, draw X cards, where X is the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. So, I mean, if you can build it in, like, the right domain deck, I guess it could be 4 mana, discard your hand, like, draw 6 or 7. And it does fill the graveyard because you're discarding cards. Still, I don't know. It seems like there's some hoops to jump through to actually make it work. Island, Enduring Courage, Soaring Lightbringer, Ghost Vacuum, like the Ghost Busters, Marvin, our friend Marvin, the Murderous Mimic, and Grievous Wound. Marvin's such a cool card. It's a cool looking card. It's a creepy looking card. Also, I did start a second pile. I chickened out. I chickened out because I thought the pile was going to fall. I'm not much of a Jenga player, apparently. All right, here we go. Kind of looks like Woodland. Oh, Strangled Cemetery. It's like, wait, Woodland Cemetery's not in this set. Fear of Abduction. That's one I never have to worry about. Unidentified Hovership. Demonic Covenant. Leyline of Transformation. Oop. A Lecture Hall, Restricted Office, and Hushwood Verge. Yeah, these lands, I mean, we've opened a bunch of them, which is good. I think they are standard staples. I think they are Commander playable. I think they will see Pioneer play, and I think they can see some Modern play. They're very unique for dual lands, because dual lands typically... The question is, does it enter tapped or untapped? The question with these lands is not that, because they always enter untapped. The question is, do they make the right color of mana on turn 1? So, like, if you're a deck that needs to play white drops on turn 1, or white cards on turn 1, this card is kind of bad. If you're playing green stuff on turn 1, the card's great. So it's going to be I'm very interested in seeing how these play out. They seem like very, like, skill-testing lands, as weird as that sounds. But, like, in deck building, the skill testing comes in deck building. Hauntwood Shrika, Lord of Pain, Overlord of the Hauntwood. It's almost got a playset of those, which is sweet. I swear we have, like, 10 of these. Is this the only card in that treatment or something? Why are there so many Razorkin Needleheads and Overlord of the Baelmerk? We have got a bunch of those, but I'm kind of okay with that, because I feel like this card's really good. I feel like the 2-mana Impending is so huge that that's going to make that card very, very playable. Well, we have about half a box to go. Can we get our Japanese, Fractured, Foil, anything? We don't even care the card. Comeback Rog, Disorienting Choice, Waltz of Rage, Zamone, Head Shredder. I feel like Head Shredder is going to be valuable. I cannot shake the feeling that Head Shredder is just like an incredibly broken ramp card. You do got to build around it. But if you do build around it, it's like, cast a Traumatize, ramp half the lands in my deck or whatever. It seems so easy to turn it into, like, a busted card. Fear of Being Hunted. And Balustrade Worm. And, Metamorphosed Fanatic. I feel like this card could end up being, if it's as good in Legacy as people say, this might be one of the more valuable cards that we open. I mean, discounting the special treatments, but Enduring Curiosity. Downmaker Shop, Porcelain Gallery. And Leyline of Mutation. We've opened, I'm pretty sure it's that Razorkin and the Leyline of Mutation. I feel like those are the cards that we've opened the most in our over $1,000 of booster boxes, almost like $1,200 almost. So much Duskmourn. Ghostly Dancers. Kayan. Curse Recording. Nashi, and Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber. This card's good if you have demons. If you have demons, it's really good. If you don't have demons, the card draw mode is going to be a little painful. I know it makes a demon token, but I don't think just the demon token is enough. I think you need additional demons on top of the demon token for it to really be worth it. Thankfully, we did get a lot of demon support, so maybe it'll be possible. I mean, obviously demon commander decks, but maybe in standard. Steaming Sauna in Roaring Furnace. Star Athlete. Entity Tracker. I feel like we've gotten a lot of those too. Gloom Lake Verge and the Mind Skinner. Do a little millin. A 3-mana 10-1 is a ridiculous stat line. Just that stat combination is so insane. Of course, it comes with the damage being prevented, so it's kind of not really a 3-mana 10-1, but still, it's kind of a ridiculous stat line. Fear of Immobility. All right, what do we... Live or die, make the choice. Unstoppable Slasher. There's definitely a Saw fan that works at WotC because there's a lot of Saw references in here. Curator Beastie. Reluctant Role Model. Grievous Wound. Oh, the Fly Trap. The card we want to open least. Look at that gremlin, though. And a Glimmer. It's kind of a cute little gremlin. Well, 2 packs to go. 2 packs. Oh, I was doing so good. Oh, the cards are falling. Okay. Stay. Okay. Just gotta treat it like bear, like my dog. Stay cards, stay. Down cards, down. Oh, all right, 2 bags to go. 2 bags to go. Can we get our Japanese Fractured Foil? Japanese Fractured Foil. We have 2 more shots at it. 2 more shots. Withering Torment. Boo. Plains. Leyland Mutation, of course. Always. Seance Board. Head Shredder. That's fine. We'll take a Head Shredder. Leyland of Hope, and Simone. All right, it comes down to this. Our last pack out of our 5 collector booster boxes of Duskmourn. I mean, we've had some good hits. I think we're doing okay overall. I don't even know. We'll see once we try to figure out the prices here, but I think we're doing all right, but this last pack could really put it over the top. Can we get, can't say its name, can we get a beautiful Japanese Fractured Foil showcase card, Promising Stairs for Against the Odds, Gleeful Arsonist for annoying people, Kona to be busted in Commander and maybe Modern, Huntwood Shrieker, cool showcase streak. Wait, last time we got one of these, did we have some good behind it? Oh, okay, well, okay, we'll take it. I mean, it is not Japanese. It's also not Fractured Foil, but that's still super rare. Like, this treatment is so rare that even though it's not the rarest treatment, that is still a hit. Overlord of the Mistmords, Elkin Around, Oko's favorite Avatar horror. Well, I gotta say, these treatments are sweet. These treatments are so sweet. We've never seen Magic cards like these before. This is something brand new, and I gotta say, seeing them online does not do them justice, especially for this Fractured Foil. Like, until you see it in person, it's not gonna be the same. But once you see it, it's like, oh, it's spectacular. It is spectacular. Wow. Okay, so that's 5 booster boxes of Duskmourn. I'm going to go do some pricing, try to figure out what these cards are actually worth. You probably know by now because I added it in, but yeah, those are the boxes. I'll be back in a bit for the wrap-up. The future set theory. You can tell because I have a dog now, panting in the background. Can you say hi, Barbie? Can you say hi to everyone? You good boy. Yeah, you good boy. And we're here to wrap up this Duskmourn collector booster box opening. So overall, we opened 5 collector booster boxes, nearly $1,200 of sealed products, and overall we ended up plus $58. We had 3 boxes that were winners, 2 that were losers, and in the end we essentially broke even, although here it's worth reminding everyone that this is using a slightly different pricing system than in the past. I mentioned this super briefly at the beginning of the video, but one of the biggest pieces of feedback I've heard from you all from previous openings is prices were just way too high. And you're right, because we're opening the boxes a week or 2 before the set even releases. The prices I was using are just pre-sale prices, prices in presale prices are always jacked through the roof. So what I did this time is I took the presale prices and then I knocked like 40-ish percent, 50% in some cases off the cards to try to estimate what the cards are actually going to be priced at in like a week or two after this set actually drops, because we know that a typical Magic set usually loses like 50-ish percent, 40 to 50% of its value from pre-sales through set release. So hopefully this is a little bit more realistic of a pricing method. So this time, rather than just putting up the pre-sale prices and being like, yeah, here's the current price, but we know it's going to drop, 40 or 50%, this time I just bake that price change into the card. So for a rare or a mythic, I just looked at the current pre-sale price and then knocked 40 to 50% off, typically lower end for mythics, higher end for rares. So those are the prices you're seeing to hopefully roughly give us a reasonable estimate of what the prices are actually going to look like once the set's fully on sale and you can buy the cards. So I think it worked pretty well, but I'm curious what you think about this pricing system. Better than the old way? You got any other ideas? Let me know in the comments. Before we get going today, there's two things I got to say about this set. One is, first, this is a bonus thing. This set's awesome. I absolutely love Duskmourn. Honestly, I love Bloomburrow, and I think I like Duskmourn even more than Bloomburrow. The set's just so cool looking, outside of the humans, which I don't know, we'll talk about that later. But the two things I want to mention about this set, first, the special treatments in the set, like the fractured foil and the double exposure cards, they look like 10 times better in person than they do on the internet. When I saw them on the internet, I was kind of like, okay, they look fine. But once you actually hold them in your hands and see them shimmering in the light, they look super, super cool. So well done on the special treatments, Wizards. If you've seen them on whatever, Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or something, it really doesn't do them justice. They look way, way better in real life. The other thing I want to mention is I'm not super confident on the pricing of what I think was probably our best open, the Fractured Foil Overlord of the Bale Merc. So that's a card that you only get one of these Fractured Foils in less than 1% of collector booster packs. So they're super, super scarce. The scarcest treatment in the entire box. These are the closest thing we have to serialized cards in the set. The Japanese ones even scarcer than the English ones. I think 0.3% of the time you get a Japanese one, 0.6 you'll get an English one, so it's just under 1% altogether. So when I tried to price the card, I looked all over the internet and I could not find an actual copy of this card for sale anywhere. My guess is it's actually going to be a lot more expensive than the $30 price tag we gave it. That's a price based on a price from a vendor that didn't actually have any copies in stock. But I think based on other previous special treatments like that, I gotta think that card's worth more than $30. So I don't know, I'm not super confident with that pricing, but like I said, there's just no copies listed for sale anywhere on the internet, so it was really hard to actually get a fair price on that card, but good lord does it look cool. So anyway, that's been our Duskmourn box opening. Of course, if you need any of the cards we opened today, you can snag them from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And if you need to sell some cards, you should head over to cardconduit.com/mtggoldfish. Super easy to just ship out your cards, get a payment in a couple weeks. You don't gotta sort them and do all the hassles of buy listing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Again, let me know in the comments what you think of this new pricing system, and what do you think of this set? Let me know that too. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Looking for even more magic? Well, check out the video where I pump magic packs from a dollar store, or maybe our Bloomburrow collector booster box opening right over here.